Greetings tubies, welcome back to my channel, Wandering Nomad. I'm out here today again at Saunders Springs Nature Preserve. If you watch any of my videos, you'll realize that I do a lot of shooting out here, footage. This is my first day out here with the GoPro, so I'm trying to get used to it. I'm used to shooting with a smartphone where I can actually see, what's being recorded while I'm recording it, whether it's facing me or facing out on the trail. With this GoPro here, it's a much higher quality camera, but there's no playback. So like right now, I don't know if my head's in the screen, if it's above the screen, or anything like that. I'm not even sure about the audio yet, but I'll get all the kinks worked out. I really appreciate this gift here from a dear friend of mine, my fairy godmother, Virginia. Appreciate it. Great gift. Couldn't have gotten anything better for me right now. So you greatly appreciated, as are all of my viewers, subscribers. So yeah, I wanted to make another video today. I just got done shooting a short update video, about 10-11 minutes long, and this video here is basically my announcement to hike the Appalachian Trail in a year and a couple of weeks actually. I'm shooting for the first week of March of 2018. Now, I'm making my announcement a year in advance because it takes time to plan for a through hike or even major section hikes of the AT. I mean, it's just short of 2,200 miles, and that puts you at needing to average anywhere from 10 to 20 miles a day to complete this trail in 5 to 7 months. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a whole through hike and take the whole 6 months, or for time and financial reasons, if it would benefit me more to break it down into 3 sections, and hike 700-800 miles the first year, go back the next year, pick up where I left off, hike another 600-700-800 miles, and then come back in 2020 and finish off the trail all the way to Maine. So those are my thoughts right now. I'm definitely going to hike the AT next year. Like I said, though, I'm still trying to come up with what would be better for me, for one, with my shoulder, my flat feet, and things like that. I really shouldn't even be attempting it, but I mean, I've seen where children have hiked the AT. Granted, they don't have health issues, but men and women of all ages, and I mean all the way up into late 70s, early 80s, people have hiked the trail and finished it. So I've hiked on the AT before, small sections of it, mainly in the North Carolina, East Tennessee border, where the trail follows it up through there, north and south with Hot Springs, North Carolina, technically, through the Cherokee Forest, one of my favorite forests to camp and hike in. So I have tasted the AT, and I want some more of it. And with this hernia surgery, it's kept me in the bed, or kept me in the house at least for a couple of weeks. And being such an avid outdoors person and hiker, of course, I had to implement not being able to get outside with watching videos. So I've stumbled across a community on YouTube full of Appalachian Trail hikers, through hikers, section hikers, newbies, experts, and everything in between. So I've been subscribing like crazy to a bunch of their channels, watching up on a bunch of their videos, seeing what gear they use, seeing how much money it took them, checking out their favorite spots along the trail and everything like that, so I can take into consideration all of that information and make my hike the best that I possibly can. So last year I was given a gift of a fold out trail map, which is really awesome, and a trail guide. So I've worked my way through that book, and here recently, as a cheer me up present, my girlfriend sent me a care package, and inside of it was the book. I can't remember the author's name. I believe it was Robbie something, uh, but Lost on the Appalachian Trail, and it's his story of through hiking, and it just has me, my skin crawling, wanting to get on that trail so bad. So this is my announcement that I'm going to hit the trail in 2018 in early March. Um, that's about the beginning of what they call the bubble. From mid-March to mid-April, there's probably 1,000 to 1,500 people that start off the trail. So if you do the math, that's quite a few people starting every day, from March to the middle of April. If you start in that time, you're not going to be alone. You're going to be going up the trail with a group of people, and that could be good or that could be bad. So some people have went solo and ended up, hiking the entire trail with people that they met in Georgia, the first state out of 17 along the trail. I mean, it's a long trail. So company can be good, company can be bad. People go out to the AT for all sorts of reasons: to escape society, to take a break from the rat race at work, to look for themselves and find out who they truly are. There's so much time to think in nature. That's about all you have to do, is walk and think. And by the time, the end of the day, and you've walked 10, 15, 20 miles, you're ready to eat and go to sleep and get up and do it all over again. So you're not out there playing on your phone. You're not out there reading books. You're not out there playing card games at the end of the night. Maybe some nights. I've heard when you hit the shelters, that there's kind of a little party atmosphere. But for the most part, you're out there, reflecting on who you are and where you're at in life and where you want to go in life. And so that's what appeals to me about the trail is, 2,200 miles to appreciate nature and to learn yourself.